What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They begin the drive with Joe. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Unlock line, ready.
Again, it's Chubb. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there, so consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, set. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Check go.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the jump.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set, go.
Give now to the running back. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Motion man sent left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now.
Dragon 60. Let's go now. Come 19. Come 19. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
On first down, here's Daniels. He's trying to push the field. He steps in and makes the interception. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right. It's a turnover on his first pass of the season. Mike Samuel makes the play. And the Oilers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about a safety. And those defenders just wait for that rush throw, and then they step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Daniels. The throw is caught. And in for the Houston touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Oilers take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. From his own end zone. Here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 28. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Oilers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Daniels from the pistol. Dumped off to his running back.
This is one of those plays, Kate. I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursuit, effort, run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Mustang 19.
Daniels. Escapes out to the left. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
Here we go, set.
They'll give to Chubb on the option. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Warrior 70. Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Cowboys rushing in, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11. And up.
3rd and long for him here. He's on the move. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And it's a sack as he heads out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Aaron Sipos on the punt. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Slot man motioned over. Throwing off the play fake here. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Houston in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here's the snap on fourth. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on fourth down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on fourth.
The tip definitely broke up that throw. So second down coming up.
Let's go.
Back now, pressure on its way. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I just hear the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was third and extra long, and now it's fourth and forever.
No return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
On 2nd and 14 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this beyond the 25 before going out.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Setting up a throw. Ferguson there to bring it in. And this one does not go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They kick the running back in motion. They're going for this. He's got it to his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. Ball at the 33 for first down. They're going play action. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now. Forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Hits his running back. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. This has been a trend, yet another interception.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys pushing for points. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Here we go, set. 79 Bronco. Let's stay 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock still running. Shotgun now on third down. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead just before halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60, 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 range, 70 range.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check out.
Daniels now. He's trying another one deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys might be able to get some points late after the interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's got the squibber. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Boston Cyber set to kick off.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go! Cut 19, cut 19, 18 Raptors, 18 Raptors.
come out throwing. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So it's second down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's Jonathan Mingo, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Let's go.
Running it now out of the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second and 8. That's Lamb running the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. First and goal. They'll try an option to the left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on second and 8. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up third and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Third and long for him here. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Oilers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Let's go now. Trap 60.
From the 41. Claypool hauls it in. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A give to Chubb, running left. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Play fake here, Daniels. That one's cut along the left sideline. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They give inside to Chubb. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
First and goal at the 3-yard
Let's go.
line.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Putting a receiver in motion. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
To throw, Daniels. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Oilers start the 2nd half with some needed points. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ryan. Here we go. Here we go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here we go. Back. Back at 60.
To the air, 3rd and long. Big gain downfield. They get 37 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send him left out of the slot. Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 5 yards. Things looking good. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal. He has it on the QB sneak. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They get 1 yard, but nothing more. It's 4th and goal.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
Going power with a big tight end. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
18 Rattler. Check out.
He'll throw it from his own end zone. Finds a seam down the middle. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. At the 20. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers down by only 2 in the 4th. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
And they draw just the right throw, and it ties this game for them. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, go.
Here's the handoff. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
And the Cowboys first down.
Another carry for him. He finds some space again. Past the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. For the point after, here's Aubrey. And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a one-score game in the 4th. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Return starts at the 3. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos. Last name 19.
Daniels now against a blitz. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Set. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. He put everything he had into this one. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Back to 60. Back. 10.
They'll try and throw it here. He gets a lot behind one. Deep down fit, putting the body on the line for his team. And he'll be touched down after a big play. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. He's throwing for it! And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4.
Cowboys 35, Oilers 21. Brendan
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set up. Go.
Daniels from the pistol. Complete out to the right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And that takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Oilers losing by 14. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in 1 game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
And the Cowboys first down.
Plowing up the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Now give left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He breaks the tackle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 3-score game in the 4th. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Trying to push it deep downfield. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys make the interception on what is the final play of this game. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports.
The Cowboys are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.